context.
Okay, but like, no, okay, never mind. We had the conversation about why the Imperium continues to follow the rule of a corpse.
Well, and so he's not actually ruling. They're actually going against his rule because the Emperor was actually an atheist. He strictly made rules that he wouldn't be worshipped as a god. And when he was taking over Earth, he intentionally went through and like wiped out all the churches and stuff. And so, but when they started doing the Crusades, people inevitably started seeing him as a god, like because he was like the uniter of mankind and stuff, and he seemingly had godlike powers. And he hated it. He wanted.
I'm sure having godlike power is just terrible.
Well, he hated that they were worshiping him because he wanted to have his imperium built up on like technology, and then he became a vegetable, and his worst nightmare happened, and he actually became like a god. And he's probably aware of that. Also, they have to feed him 10,000 psychers a day to keep him alive.
I'm sorry, what? Where the did they get that many psychers?
So they have these things called the Black Arks, which are just these massive spaceships that go from planet to planet, and they show up and they tell the governor of the planet, and they say, all right, we're here for your witches, and the governor of the planet has to give up any psychers they've found. And on the Black Arks, they either decide that they're worth training to become sanctioned psychers, or they take them to Terra and they hook them up to some sort of like horrible psychic machine, and they use their energy to power Emperor's light beacon that helps ships navigate in the warp.
How do they know that it's not just all the psyker energy making the beacon work?
Oh, because they die. I don't actually.
Well, yeah,
I
they
don't
die because it burns them out. But like I was just saying, like, what if the Emperor is really just dead and it's the machine itself that has that energy requirement?
I don't know. Well, in some of the background, they say that the Emperor has ways of communicating in really subtle ways. I don't know though. The whole thing could be a big conspiracy and he's dead. There's also a theory that the Emperor actually wanted to die because he would have become more powerful if he had, and he's actually like pissed off because they saved his life.
Oh shit, he pulled an Obi-Wan.
Except he failed at it. It'd be like if Darth Vader cut Obi-Wan in half and like Luke ran over and attached him to a what are those things called? Bacta.
Yeah.
a Bacta jar and threw him in one of those. And Obi-Wan's like, you son of a bitch, I was gonna be a ghost.
It wasn't too bad. Like, I get it. All right, we're gonna fight some robot skeletons. You know, it was good enough for Rifts. It's good enough for us. Thunk, thunk.
So this is Horus. He's the one of the Emperor's son who like started the Civil War.
His son?
Yeah. Well, sort of. Okay.
Wait, how's he?
All right.
How's he sort of? Like he's adopted?
Yeah. All right. So the Emperor wasn't always the leader of mankind. Before the Imperium of Man, Terra was broken up into like these different warring states led by like battling techno barbarians.
Yeah.
And which is pretty rad, I think, actually. He created super soldiers using his own DNA because the Emperor is like super scientific genius guy. He used his own DNA to create what were called the Thunder Warriors, were the first generation, and then he also created the Custodes, which is like his personal bodyguard.
The Custodes?
Yeah, the Custodes or Custodes, I don't know.
He couldn't think of anything cooler sounding?
Yeah, no, that's their job is to clean up after him.
Oh, Jesus.
He ended up killing off all the Thunder Warriors because they were too powerful and unstable. And then he replaced them with the Space Marines, which were like weaker and easier to control. And he created Primarchs to lead the Space Marines on a crusade to unite the galaxy. And the Primarchs are all miniature clones of him. Like they all have aspects of his abilities and personality. And they're all like superhuman. Like if the Emperor's a god, they're like demigods. And there's also fluff that maybe he might have, in the process of creating them, like used demon magic or the souls of demons or something like that. So the Primarchs aren't even really human. And this is Horus. He was the leader of the Lunar Wolves. And there's a whole backstory, but he's the one who led the rebellion, but he might have gotten tricked into doing it. All right, here we go. He has daddy issues.
You stole power from
Yeah, a bunch of the Primarchs kept referring to the Emperor as father, even though like the Emperor was like, I'm not your dad. He's like, I never claimed to be. Like, y'all are a science project.
Wait, so the Emperor wasn't smashing cheeks?
No, nope. No, he was not. Nope.
You're telling me the God Emperor never got down with anybody?
Well, we don't know that, but like that's not how these guys came to be.
So like he's mad. He's got
Yeah.
He's like if Vin Diesel had like bronchitis.
Yep, and had demons messing with him. Because like in order to try and take power away from the Emperor, usurp him, he ended up allying himself with Chaos. Horus Heresy is a game where they're like, oh, 40k is pretty cool, but you really like Space Marines? Well, everybody's a Space Marine. Space Marines versus Space Marines all the time, all day.
It's all space. It's Space Marines all the way down.
Yeah.
In the grim darkness of the future, there's only Space Marine. Is this the factory where they make dead baby cyborgs?
Yeah, they're fighting over it.
Wait. What? Oh, is it just an orc?
Yeah, that's an orc.
Orcs are f***ing huge.
Yes, they are. Yep.
I like how he's in no hurry to like help his buddy out. What the fuck is that? Are the orcs wearing baseball caps?
Well, that one is, yeah.
Well, the other one was too, wasn't he?
I think it's the same guy.
If we can't have the dead baby factory, nobody can.
All right, so these guys, these guardsmen specifically, you notice how they didn't look like the other ones?
No, they're all wearing gas masks.
Yeah. Regiment name is they're the Death Corps of Krieg.
Oh my! Wait, stop. All right. Oh God, please don't. Please don't let this go where I think it's going. Okay, go ahead.
So the Death Corps of Krieg, they were, a human planet. How it works is the Imperium comes by every once in a while and they says, okay, you have to tithe, you have to give a tenth of your able-bodied adults to come and serve in the Imperial army. And Krieg said, no, we're not going to do it. We're standing up to you bullies. And so the Imperium gas bombed their whole planet and like made the entire planet toxic. And their horses wear gas masks too.
You said forces, right? They're forces. Their forces wear gas masks.
You're gonna love this.
You said forces, right? You said forces. No, you said forces. Because for a second I thought, but certainly you did not. Oh, no. No, please. You don't have to do this. Oh my God. Fuck you, Warhammer. Horse in the game. Why is he even on a horse? Like it's not even like a fucking robot horse. It's just a horse with a gas mask.
Yep.
You're gonna ride that into battle against motherfuckers with melty guns.
Yeah.
And like orcs that are like the fucking size of a building. And like the guys with chainsaws and shit, and you're just gonna ride. It's just, yep, I just got a horse. Yeah, they're in tanks. So what?
They're called Rough Riders, like good old Teddy Roosevelt.
I know. I was waiting for like Theodoricus Rooseveltum Rider Primaricus.
So that's their whole shtick.
Was it their dumbasses?
Yeah, hey, you gotta have horses.
No, you don't.
This orc here with a machine gun. So, hold on, did you see this? All right, where are these bullets coming from?
I mean, it's like an ammo cylinder.
This dude has not stopped firing.
I mean, it's a pretty big cylinder.
Right. So orcs, so they're dumb as hell, right? Like they're super dumb. But they're one of the most powerful psychic races in the galaxy, but they don't even know it. So they have this ability, kind of like the Sisters of Battle, they have this ability where if they believe something hard enough, then it happens. So like their guns don't make sense. Like if a human picked up that gun and tried to fire it, it wouldn't work. But because he thinks this creature thinks that it works, then it does.
Wouldn't they just win every battle then? Because they like think they're gonna win the battle.
No, I mean it doesn't like change it doesn't change like the laws of the universe. But like another example is certain orc clans, they believe that the color red is special and that when you paint vehicles with it, then it makes the vehicle go faster. And it's true. When they paint their vehicles red, then the vehicles go faster. Yeah, and then there's this little guy. That's called a squig.
What is it?
Okay, so orcs in this universe.
Oh my god, is it a baby orc?
No, but it's like it's in the same family as orcs because orcs are made of fungus, and so are squigs, and so are Gretchen, the little goblin creatures.
Wait, they're made of so they're fungus.
Yeah, they're fungus. They grow out of the ground. Like there's no orc babies. They pop out of the ground fully grown.
That's not true. I'm fucking fact checking this one on Wikipedia.
Do it.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a Google search because how are orcs fungus? All right, orcoid fungus, Warhammer 40k lexicon. Orcs are not a race, but a whole ecosystem.
Yep. So here's got a treat for you.
But they have like teeth and shit.
There you go.
What is this? Zoom in. Make this big. Who did this?
This is the orc reproduction. And like all of the fungus creatures are all related. And they grow the squigs and they like breed them into weapons and food. Like they also eat the squigs in addition to sticking TNT in their mouths.
Wait, hang on. Stop the video. Stop the video. If they're fungus, why would stabbing him in the chest be any different than stabbing him anywhere else on their body?
Well, they still have organs because like they have to eat, so they have, stomachs and they
mushrooms require nutrition and they don't have stomachs.
Yeah, but like for some reason the orcs run around and do things. Also, the orcs might have been intentionally engineered by the old ones as a weapon in fighting the Necron tier. So that was a big oops. But also when an orc dies or even just fights, like its sweat and blood and stuff like goes off into the surrounding environment and the spores make new orcs. That's how they reproduce, is by fighting.
In the grim darkness of the grim dark future, even when they say only war, there's not even anymore. There's just war.
Kill team.
I think I just solved the problem of this whole universe. Okay, so like the Emperor, made his dudes with DNA and was like, I'm not your father. Orcs are fucking spores that reproduce by shooting each other. The reason why this entire universe is constantly in war is because nobody's smashing cheeks.
That's got to be it.
That's it. That's what.
Well,
and the Necrons can't because they're a bunch of robots now.
They can't. Yeah, they can't make new babies.
That's why everybody's so pissed off all the time. They're just pent up.
Well, especially the Eldar, because the last time Eldar focused on sensual desires or whatever, they accidentally gave birth to a chaos god.
They f***ed the god into his.
Yes. Yep.